We're going to have to leave it there for now, Monique Motlok, because we have this developing story of the ANC, the governing party, staff members and protesting at various parts of the country. Currently, the ANC chairperson in KwaZulu-Natal, Sihle Zikalala, is addressing a picket outside the ANC offices in Durban. Let's take you live there.
Even labo abadlule emhlabeni imali yabo yangakhokhwa silandelele ekutheni egcineni iyakhokha. Labo abarethayayo imali yabo engakhokhwanga silandelele ekutheni imali zabo ziyakhokha. Nama conditions okusebenza siwenze abe kahle. Ukusebenzela iANC siyaqonda comes from uthando lwe-ANC, and asingabazi ukuthi abantu abala ababasebenzi be-ANC banothando lwe-ANC futhi bayawusupport umzabalazo wenkululeko oholwa yi-ANC. Uba i-staff member se-ANC, it takes to be the ANC first before you become a staff member, and therefore siyazi ukuyibophezela kwabasebenzi be-ANC ukuthi kuhamba gcinephi, bangena ekuseni basebenza ama-hour angabaliwe, abanakho ukuthi bona basebenza o-8 hours as it will be done kwezinye indawo. And ngalokho le memorandum sizoyidlulisela kubuholi bukazwelonke, kodwa sizogcina lapho sizoxoxisana ne-national leadership ukuthi lolu daba luxazululwe futhi luxazululeke ngokuyikho. Siyazi ukuthi awukho umkhankaso we-ANC ongaphumelela without abasebenzi abasebenzela i-ANC, and therefore sizoyibophezela, and that's why we said asize nje sonke. Ngizwile bethu nobhala bekudinga bekhona, but we said as officials asize la uqinisekisa ukuthi sinani futhi niyazi i-commitment yethu ekutheni sizibophezela ukutheni lezi inkinga zixazululeke ngokushesha. Amandla, viva ANC, viva! Siyabonga.
Amandla. Acknowledge our treasurer, Sibonga.
Grievances within the laws of our country. We also say we acknowledge as a movement that the issues you raise, late salary payment, your provident fund not paid, your medical aid and other conditions of services are legitimate, and the movement must do better to ensure its staff are treated fairly. I'm sure this morning many of you received an SMS showing that your salaries were paid today. The current cash flow challenges faced by the movement is as a result of a variety of factors which, as you say, is really not your concern, but we need to put it to you, including the general economic situation, the implementation of the Political Party Funding Act since April this year, as well as an urgent need to modernize the ANC's operational and funding models. The difficult situation faced by the staff and the ANC as a movement will require sober and decisive action. We are committed to conclude the process of addressing the situation head-on within the shortest space of time. We're looking into all these matters, and the national officials on their meeting on Monday resolved to meet with you as the staff within the next coming days or the next week. We have a plan in place to manage the outstanding payments due to the Provident Fund. We also have a plan in place to deal with all other third-party contributions. Your medical aid is up to date. We are committed to paying staff salaries, and whilst the payment may not be at the end of the month, every month, there will be a monthly payment. We communicated this to the Staff Liaison Committee when we requested a 3-month window to assist us in this period where we are trying very hard to raise the money as we go. We also wish to give our assurance that no salaries will be reduced, and if we need at all ever to undergo any restructuring, it will be with you and not without you. You will be part of the decision that we take. We must add, comrades, that much of our difficulty stems from the fact that the ANC does not close the door on people whose contracts have expired. So, for instance, when office bearers leave, all their staff remain behind. They are redistributed in the organization. We are in the process of doing a staff audit of all our staff, and we wish to assert we do not have ghost workers. What we have are older comrades who have remained on our pay, because even after they've retired, we have kept them and we've continued to pay them. So for some of you, that may seem like a ghost worker. Yes, indeed, we heard your complaints about NEC members who have come into the ANC, but that was a sober decision of a conference, that some NEC members need to come into the organization as full-time people. So we believe that we do what we do because it's the right thing to do. We've never asked anybody to leave the ANC if they are too old or if they have come with a previous SG and have become a staff member. We've also continued to pay, as I said, our long-serving staff members, even those who have retired, because that was the right thing to do. We will review this and ensure that we have staff who do a full day's work. I want to repeat that. We are going to review and make sure that we have staff who do a full day's work. We thank you for conducting the picket and raising your concerns in a disciplined manner. We call on ANC workers to continue with their constructive engagement until all the matters you have raised are resolved. So we will continue with the negotiations and continue to discuss. There is a matter in your memorandum which is a bit inaccurate. You get your bonus on your birthday month, and there's no other bonus that we've ever paid. You get your bonus on the month that your birthday is. I've checked with admin, there's none outstanding. But that is a matter for negotiation, and we will have your staff representatives explain to us what you mean by bonus. We did not quite understand that. The officials remain committed to working with all ANC structures to finding a solution to the lasting problem. Of course, the big issues would be your Provident Fund. That is priority number one on our list, as well as next to it, paying you a monthly salary. We will continue to talk to the liaison committee on a daily basis if necessary, but we request that you also work with us on all of these matters. Thank you very much for your consideration. And once again, may I ask you to thank your families for the patience that they have shown. Thank you, comrades.
Amandla! Amandla! Thank you very much, comrades. Let's go back to work. Thank you very much.
The Deputy Secretary General of the ANC, the governing party, they're addressing the members of staff of the ANC who've been picketing outside Luthuli House here in Johannesburg. That's the head office of the governing party. And she was addressing their concerns, receiving their memorandum. We saw earlier that picket there when we crossed to our senior reporter, Barry Bateman, the kinds of demands they're having around about salaries and other labor conditions. Shortly, a short while ago as well, we were in Durban, where we heard from the provincial chairperson of the ANC, Sihle Zikalala, who's also the premier of the province, also receiving a memorandum of demands from staff members of the ANC in that province as well. Labour issues plaguing the governing party currently, and that's the story we're tracking for you as well here on eNCA, and that we were live in Derbs and here in Joburg. Stay with us.